That was amazing. Terrifying, but amazing.
Well, you helped. There has to be some data here on the adamantine wreath we can use.
I trust your focus will see what mine cannot. Oh, that's interesting.
Find something?
The 4th test station. Willow. It looks like it's underwater.
Huh. That might be worth a look sometime.
I must have faith. I walk with the ancestors. We shall find what we seek.
Stream element spot running robot.
This console's still operational. Another log.
We're done, in every way. The wreaths work, and Cobble came through, on a way to destroy them. Downloading a coded key into the deployment shell triggers an enzyme that causes the wreaths to eat themselves from within. But it's too late. The latest projections from US Robot Command have swarm reproduction, outpacing our ability to drop the shells by 375%. Not even close. I guess we deserve this. I deserve it for what I made here. This will be my last log before evacuation.
So all their efforts were in vain. They ran out of time.
At least we have the software module they created. It should get rid of the vines produced by the metal flowers. I need a workbench to load the module into my spear.
There's one back at our camp. The map showed a path leading back there past the next room. That must be the 4th testing station we saw on the map.
Looks like it's been flooded for a while. In here. We'll have to climb up.
Right behind you!
We can use the line to get down.
Right. Easy. Made it. There. The workbench you need, but we'd better make haste. After we encountered barbarians, our lieutenant called for reinforcements. They could be here any time.
Right.
Now what?
Now, we get to that data core.
As I was saying, I still can't believe you took on all these soldiers by yourself. But we'd better make haste. After we encountered barbarians, our lieutenant called for reinforcements. They could be here any time.
Right. Let's hope this new module works. Flowers blooming. Let's see if the software works.
Vines. They're falling apart.
Door's clear now.
The data cord isn't down.
Time to bring Demeter home. Demeter, it's time to go home. To Gaia.
See the life. Yes.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Demeter support.
What did you do? I've never seen my focus glitch like that.
I found a special type of data. It's something you can't read. But they kept a tight grip on the data core. But now you should have access to the central server. All of it. Should give you something to bring home.
You were right. Hundreds of archives. Almost all of it relating to agriculture. It would take us years to get through all of this. But we don't have
Då får en klä upp mellan vad mitt är.
that kind of time. What you said before about... Alva! Hold your fire! By the word of the ancestors, you must stop. Come. Look at who you fired on.
That barbarian killed our soldiers!
Only those who fired blindly. She is no barbarian. She gave me the data we need. Come, look at her. Can't you see? Elizabeth Sobek stands before you. An ancestor reborn.
Diviner. We should bring the ancestor back.
It is we who follow their work. Word, Commander, not the other way around. My apologies, Dr. Sobek. Our people's faith is strong, but there are those who are not as familiar with the legacy as they should be.
You heard the diviner. The data has been found. You two, with me. The rest of you, meet us back at the beach for return to landfall.
I can't talk long. They will have many questions.
So do I. Your people know a lot about the past. And about Sobek, I guess, but they're...
Please, I must know. What you said before about working towards the same goal, how long will it take?
I don't know. A few months?
Then you are my family's best hope. Let nothing get in your way. You have opened my eyes to many things, and for that, I thank you. But now you must go.
Will I see you again?
Soon we return to Legacy's landfall. It might be dangerous for you to go there.
Well, tell me how to reach it, just in case.
We made landfall on the northeast edge of the sunken city. The currents around the archipelago are vicious, and the only approach is from the south. And it is guarded. Only attempt to go there if you must.
Diviner! What's the delay?
Please, go. If you attempt to stay here any longer, they may want to take you with us, and that won't go well for anyone.
I better do as Alva says. I need to get Demeter back to Gaia anyway. But I might want to head to that tall neck I saw in the forest before I make the trek back. And now I can use the vine cutter on those other metal flowers I found earlier.
Oh. So I don't return to my brothers. No, I have to. Wait.
I see you, champion. Sit, please.
If you walk by, you'll miss out on a good trade.
If you're ever in need of a quick refuge, there's an ancient tunnel north of here that machines tend to avoid. I scouted it many times trying to find a way further in, but the way is blocked. Whatever the Ten had in there, they kept it locked away.
Thanks for letting me know. Ancient
Keep your
tunnel,
eyes
huh?
open out there, soldier.
My outfit looks cool. I like this one.
Good idea to take a look around.
Outfit.
I'm in the area.
I've got nothing to report.
Some of them ate more like the Utaru. Called themselves vegetarians.
From what I'm reading, all the old ones wanted to eat was this stuff called chocolate.
Oh, looks like I can open that door now.
Where have I seen this before?
That's I need to check.
Aloy, you've returned. And you come bearing gifts. Does this mean we'll soon be able to uproot the Zeniths from our lands?
That's what I'm hoping.
Good.
Found anything else combing through that data?
Varl and I have been looking into the animals of the old world. Apparently there used to be thousands more Can you imagine that? I'd give anything to see them. Even as holograms. Though I know that without Artemis or Apollo, that may prove difficult. At least as inspiration for her memory on...
What are you going to learn next?
I'm not sure. I asked Gaia for suggestions, and she brought up data you found on something called a... museum? From what I get, the old ones would like you've done here, for us. Maybe one day...
That sounds... It looked like you were working on something over there.
With Gaia now growing in strength, even if some people...
Already said I was sorry.
Your friend thought it'd be a good idea to replace the land gods with new machines when Gaia recovers.
It wasn't.
The land gods have taken care of our people for generations. They are not some broken toy to be thrown away, even if they are to abandon them in their time of suffering.
I'm sure Varl understands that too.
He does now. I had to get pretty mad at him at first, though.
You know I can hear you guys, right?
It's hilarious.
Have you met Kotallo yet?
Yes, but he has kept to himself. Tenakth don't have much use for us outsiders. You must have made quite the impression for him to offer his fealty.
Are you guys training with Erend as well?
If you count trying to stick a spear in his gut as
Are you serious?
Of course not.
Good.
I was going for a couple of broken bones. He called the Utaru leaf grazers. Laughed at the idea. Before I knew it, he and I were battling it out in the common. The man is slow, but he can throw a hammer around. Don't look so... Next time he's going down like a load of boar dump.
Just try not to kill each other.
Injuring his...
Is that...
Oh.
Are you okay? I like to think so.
I was wondering... What do you know about his mother?
Oh.
That bad, huh?
Why do you want to know?
He's spoken of his sister, Vala, but... I noticed he avoids talking about his mother.
She's the war chief of the Nora. Best warrior the tribe's ever known. Tougher than a Thunderjaw, but she could be pretty harsh at times.
I see. I feel silly not being able to...
I wouldn't worry about it. He's probably afraid Sona will scare you off someday.
I'd like to see her try.
You ever play that board game Erend set up?
Strike? I'm the one who gave it to him. I was hoping it'd distract him enough to... No such luck.
The Zenith stood a number on Beta. But she seems to trust Varl.
I still can't believe she told him the Zeniths are...
Love defeating machines, but it's getting really, really hard. Keep going. That did a number on a wall. Damn, he lit it so bad. Be alright.
Immortal, old ones who cut themselves off from the cycle of life and decay. I've never heard of anything so... To deny our dying bodies to the earth, it's despicable.
About the land gods. What did you want me to do again?
We need to kill 2 Grimhorns and harvest their control cores. I sent their location to your focus.
Got it. I should get...
If you need me, you know where to find me.
Aloy, is that what I think it is?
Just need to merge it with Gaia, and she'll have enough...
Good news. So, what can I do for you?
How's training?
Discovering something new about our past every day. When we first met, you asked me if I ever wondered what this world looked like when the old ones lived here. I thought it was strange at the time, but a lot. Now I'm just trying to make sense of everything I thought I knew, and versus everything I know now.
The change is hard. So, you and Zoe got into a bit of a fight, huh? Should have known better than to suggest Hephaestus could make new land gods to replace the old ones in Plainsong.
The last thing I wanted to do was dismiss their traditions. But I was trying to look at things differently. More like...
Yeah.
Not your fault. Don't worry.
You feeling okay?
I was just thinking about Beta and all that time. To think someone would make a person just to lock them in a room. Elizabeth Sobek sacrificed herself for the... And yet they have no trouble...
Another reason we have to stop them. Looks like things between you and Zoe are better now.
I suffered through a few hours. How do people do this? How do I know if the... What if an apology is not enough next time?
You give her a stuffed animal?
You're the worst. You know...
What makes you think I know anything?
Abandoning me...
Did Kotallo find his way here?
Zoe picked out a room for him. He's kept to himself for the most part.
He's not much of a talker.
So I've noticed. Tried paying my risk. Told him I'd never seen anyone throw themselves at a machine like he did. He said a warrior shouldn't be preyed. For a second I thought I was talking to my mother. Never thought a Tenakth and a Nora war chief could...
It's hard to believe we're dealing with the original Zeniths. The same ones that left for Sirius 1,000 years ago.
To live on for so long.
Because it's not.
That weapon we found where Beta was hiding. Any chance we can use that against them?
Sylens made sure that wasn't an option.
Why would he?
With Sylens, there's always an angle. We just don't know what it is yet. What do you make of this Tilda the Beta was talking about?
Well, the way she described it, I can't shake off the feeling that Tilda wanted something. Maybe because she's Elizabeth, but whatever she wanted. I don't... If we knew what it was, maybe we could use it to our advantage somehow.
I don't know.
Oh well. At least we can take some comfort in knowing the Zeniths don't
Maybe. You brought up Rost before. I do think about him. You know, he was all I had.
That's more important.
And he brought me up the best he could. Not only that, when Hades discovered who I was and sent the Eclipse after me, he sacrificed himself so I could survive. But that seems like ages ago. So much has happened since. What I'm doing now, I don't think he could even begin to understand it. The Sacred Lands were all he really knew. So I can't let myself dwell on him. Not with everything I have to do.
I understand. Sometimes when I think about my sister, it hurts. And I just need to bury it. You can't ignore it forever. Memories always come back.
I know. But for now, the mission has to come first.
Fair enough.
Better get this to Gaia.
You did it, Aloy.
Let's hold off on the ale.
I'll let Aaron know. The Old Ones created so many wonderful inventions to help others. To help the planet.
Looks like you got what you wanted.
Yeah. It's almost time to go after Hephaestus.
Finally. We get... Yeah, at least that's...
It seems like you're getting a hang of this data thing.
Yeah, it's been helpful. When I could make sense of anything. I did find the Old Ones enjoyed a good brew like the rest. Only they They even let the damn things cut you off before you saw the underside of a table. That's half the fun. Now, you won't...
It sounds like you're getting used to that focus.
Well, I can hit machines in their weak points. I guess that's... I wish all the other data was as easy to deal with. To be honest, and then the other half reminds me, this isn't a fight you can win by just waving a hammer. Which is... But hey...
Just give it time. How are things going around here?
Hey, you tell me. Varl's new girlfriend tried to kill me earlier.
So I hear.
I made one joke. About how they, you know, eat grass a lot. How does anyone fight?
From the looks of it, the Utaru.
Yeah, well... I wasn't expecting her to be that fast.
Just... try not to get hurt. Are you playing that board game I keep seeing everywhere?
Oh, you mean Strike? Yeah, I'm just trying to get some practice in. Helps take my mind off things. Yeah, it's a Tanakh, but what if he tries to kill me if
I think you're safe. Ale?
I brought with everything that's been going on. Besides, that's what my...
Maybe another time. Anything happen I should know about?
Zoe asked us to help her bring more plants in here. Not for eating, apparently. Yeah, if you ask me, the place is fine as it is. No metal, nothing wrong with that.
I see you've got Strike set up. Think you could teach me?
I would, but I can barely make sense of it myself. Be better off learning from Salma and Chainscrape. She can be pretty...
Guess I'll have to... I should get going.
I say hi. What can I...
Bet you're used to that.
Well, I can hit. I wish all the other... be honest. And then the other, which is... But hey...
Just give it time. I gotta head.
I'll see you later.
Huh. The door's unlocked now.
The Old Ones used holograms for everything.
Let them experience a great many things.
Holograms are illusions,
though. Oh, there.
I wonder if at some point they just couldn't tell.
Holograms?
Maybe.
Gaia,
They were intelligent, but that doesn't mean they were wise.
Gaia? What's this space for?
This would have been the sleeping quarters for Control Center operatives.
Well, it's getting some use. Looks like Erend and Katala moved their stuff in. Gaia, what was this room for?
This was intended to be a recreational room for Control Center operatives. I have repurposed the displays to track Regala's activity in the region.
A useful war map.
You busy?
One must never be idle when at war. But there...
Oh, that's not really how I see myself.
It...
What are you looking at over there?
The others have been helping me decipher the symbols the focus shows me.
So,
I thought I'd try to understand the weapon you intend to use against the enemy. This...
Yes.
How many?
As many as we need.
Such power.
You said you were training with the Focus?
That's right. I've been watching holograms of your first fight with the Zenith Spectres. They are faster and more agile than...
Must be strange, seeing everything through a Focus now.
Their strengths, to think that such a...
What do you think of this place?
It's an efficient center of operations, and though it could use some more... color.
Duly noted. Anything interesting happen while I was away?
I found an acceptable place to practice with my blade.
Oh, and where?
Outside, above the base. There's a nest of sunwings that are always up for a fight.
Ever thought of sparring with something that's not trying to kill you?
That would defeat the purpose of the training.
Getting Ether out of the Grove made for quite a spectacle.
One that showed the entire tribe that Verd is now blessed by the Ten themselves.
Anything else you've been looking at with that Focus?
Gaia showed me I am no...
What is it?
The Old Ones believed if you carried the carcass of a water animal with you, they called them seashells.
That's... You've had some time with the team now. Any thoughts?
I admit, I was surprised to see new farmers don't make for effective
I'm told she rallied some and fought all the way to Baron.
Interesting. Perhaps.
Have you had a chance to speak with Varl?
Briefly. He fought well against Regala's troops at Barren Light. Are all Nora as skilled as the two of you?
I'm not they managed to push the Karja from their lands.
I thought my tribe was the only one to have done that. Impressive.
Does it still hurt?
It comes and goes. I try not to think about it, but its absence is always... It's difficult to explain.
I can't claim...
Then you have my thanks.
Have you spoken with Erend at all?
I've had little chance to. I did see him bring some...
I'm sure Erend wouldn't mind sharing. What have you been up to?
Varl has asked to learn the differences between my people's clans, so I've been teaching him Tenakth history. It is heavy with blood and death, but also with honorable deeds. Maybe you'd like to hear about it as well, when our mission is done.
I'd be honored. Now that you know who the enemy is, do you have any questions?
I'll admit, I find them hard to grasp. From the heavens. And
for now.
I will leave the strategy to you. I trust you will point.
Now that you know who the enemy is.
I'll admit.
For now.
I will leave. I trust you.
You said the Bulwark was your home a long time ago. That you were part of the Sky Clan.
Yes.
That's all you're gonna tell me?
Fine. As you wish. My parents were killed in a clan skirmish, so I was raised by my squad. As I grew older, I came to be known as an accomplished fighter. Tekote took a special interest in me. I fought by his side against the Karja, and it was I who opened the gates at Barren Light.
That must have gotten you some attention.
Indeed.
Then why'd you leave? I'll let you get back to your...
And so will I.
Looks like I can open that door now. There's a lot of equipment in here. Gaia, what was all this for?
This room was designed for management of the facility's vast seed banks. From here, Control Center operatives would have monitored new crop rotations into the automated farmlands, now known as Plainsong.
I see.
I've been tackling the design of the Ag Lab. Place is gonna have a lot of seed stock to work with. My favorite? Sample 626. Calotropis gigantea. The crown flower.
According to this console,
We used to have one in our backyard.
thousands of plant samples.
Butterflies always fluttering around.
Facility.
Every
Ask
morning,
Gaia about them.
August
When I
would
talk
run
to her.
out there to check under the leaves. See if any caterpillars turned into chrysalises. Now,
Looks like someone's put some of my stuff in here.
Aloy. I see you found your room. Your companions thought you would appreciate a private space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them. This is the rite of passage that Vashav gave me at the embassy. I liked him. He seemed like a good man. I think he was really looking forward to going home. When I met Hekarro, I figured he was just another bloodthirsty warlord. But Vashav was right. Hekarro wants peace. It won't be easy. But with his new marshals, maybe his vision has a chance. I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe. Beta's been difficult to figure out. She's just so closed off. I get that the Zeniths were cruel to her, that the one called Tilda abandoned her, but I can't get her out of her shell. I don't know. Maybe nothing can.
Stream Element Spot Running Robot.
My old spear. Rust helped me make it. When I finished my training. Feels like so long ago now. I know Varl meant well, bringing up Rost. I guess it's hard to talk about. With everything going on, it feels easier to set those memories aside. At least for now. I don't think that door had power before, but looks like it's malfunctioning. Looks like some kind of maintenance space. This leads. Power cells? Huh. door won't open. But maybe if it had power... That did it.
Aloy? A bunch of lights just turned on up here? Was that you?
Huh. Yeah, I guess it was. Oh. Hey, I'm fine. And look, about earlier, forget it. Was there anything... So, have you been going through more of the recordings for my focus? What about studying effect? A little. It's quite function that escaped. How so? It's mutating. We'll find a way. If you say so. So have you been upstairs at all? Not really. Varl sometimes comes down here to talk. He keeps asking if I'm okay. I thought he only wanted to know about my productivity, but... it's almost like he actually wants to talk to me. Yeah, I think he does. Have you talked with anyone else in the base? Speak with Gaia. She asked me how I'm feeling and my opinion on various topics. I didn't expect that from an AI. That's all thanks to Elizabeth. She believed Gaia had to care, not just follow her programming orders. I know. Independent emotional processing enabled the previous version of Gaia to create you, after all. Yeah. I guess so. So, aside from Varl and Gaia, who else have you been talking to? Zoe told me how you met after your escape from the Hades Proving Lab. I had no idea you were severely injured. If the Zeniths had killed you, life on Earth would be doomed. My escape would have been for nothing. But they didn't kill me. And thanks to Varl and Zoe, I was able to recover. It's time for me to go. I'll check on you later.
Yeah, sure.
Hey.
I suppose.
That's...
good.
I'm telling you, the old ones put blades on their feet.
It is good to see you again, Aloy. I see you have recovered Demeter. With the acquisition of Ether, Poseidon, and Demeter, my heuristic processing density has expanded greatly. I should now be able to absorb Hephaestus, and fortunately, we have made progress on a plan to capture it. With Varl's encouragement, Beta analyzed all available information on Hephaestus. Its expansion has been rampant. It is too large to be beamcast, and the kernel you have been using could never hold it. Therefore, it must be contained in a location with a direct physical connection to me. A place with 2 data cores.
2 cores? Where would we find a place like that?
Gemini.
An abandoned cauldron in the desert west of here. Seismic activity disrupted the original construction. 2 data cores were built as a result.
I've been there. The Tenakth marked the entrance as some kind of ritual ground. We'll have to bring you there by hand.
I have devised a blueprint for a suitable, albeit unwieldy, transport rig. It will require 2 people. To carry it to Gemini.
I can help.
Once I am installed on the first core, I will call down Hephaestus on the other, trapping it. I will then initiate the merge. However, in order to construct the rig, I will need considerable help.
Can you build it? I suppose I could, but it's not gonna work. The Zeniths will find you. Minerva won't be able to conceal your location.
That is correct. Absorbing Hephaestus will create a significant power surge, easily detected by anyone capable of noticing.
But what if there were multiple power surges? To fake out the Zeniths? If Erend, Zoe, and Katalo spread out to the other cauldrons and create their own surges, would those conceal the one at Gemini?
Analyzing. Such a tactic might be effective. With Beta's help, we should be able to build a set of handheld pulse generators.
I told you it's not gonna work. I did a test. Hephaestus has written Alpha clearance out of its access module. You'll never be able to capture it. Then we need a higher level of clearance. There is no higher... Ted Pharaoh's mega clearance. The one he used to purge the Apollo database and kill the Alphas. But to get it, you would have to find Thebes. The private bunker he retreated to when the world ended, and nobody knows where that is, not even the Zeniths. Their only intel was that it was somewhere in San Francisco. That might be all I need. Alva, the Quen diviner I met, said her people had set up a base at Landfall. They were searching for data in San Francisco from there. She might be able to help. So I guess I'm headed all the way west. While I'm gone, will you be able to build the rig and the pulse generators? I'll try.
I'll make sure she has what she needs.
Hova said the Quen have a
Okay.
ferry on the coast that they use to get to the ruins of San Francisco. Hey, Gaia.
So I see what...
Beta's convinced we won't be able to capture Hephaestus. With that attitude, do you really think she'll be able to build the rig and pulse generators?
It may take some coaxing, but with some assistance I am confident.
I don't get her, Gaia. She's so quick to assume we'll fail. I guess it'll be best if she stays here when we go to Gemini. How's Kotallo doing?
I have discussed a potential solution with him. I believe he will want to fill you in on the details.
A solution? I'll check in with him when I can, then. How's Erend handling things?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed to use of the focus. After an initial incident.
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeat.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess. So there's a few people here now, and they're learning. All about you, the ancient world. Almost like what was supposed to happen before Apollo was purged.
Yes. While the loss of the Apollo database was catastrophic, there is, for instance, entries from those hearing their hopes.
Anything I should be
I do not believe I have elected.
Oh, I guess I never really thought that other people would be looking at it.
Based on Erend has, he appears as it he also.
Yeah, no thanks.
That is what I predicted.
Is Kotallo getting along with everyone?
Yes, though he prefers to spend most of the time alone. He appears to be cold and significant to aid in the creation of a warm. I believe he aims to.
I'd be.
It appears to. He has.
So now that you have Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon, how's the biosphere looking?
In the local region, conditions have improved. Superstorm and soil for a few.
Well, then you'll
correct river.
I'll be off.
Farewell.
Wait.
Error. Drone feed disconnected. Error. Drone offline.
Is it me, or did the old ones just look funny?
Funny how?
That's just I hear.
Turns out we need.
Because it would have been too easy other.
You've been looking at any interesting data?
I asked Gaia, and they called it. Turns out the time. Are you mixing some salt? I bet half the claim.
How are things with Kotallo? You still scared of him?
Oh, she thinks she's funny. Actually, I played strike with him. I had to fill in most of the conversation myself, but I'm still alive.
Glad to hear it. I see you've got strike set up. Think you...
I would, but I can barely make sense of it myself. Be better off learning from Salma and Chainscrape. She can be pretty...
Guess I'll have to make some...
I think I know.
I can handle them.
Take care of you.